welcome to the GAMERamble first look video for Mech Mechanic Simulator. It's an upcoming game by Polyslash that's coming out on the 25th of March. My name is Darkcloud, and for this video I'm joined by
Nimby or Mrs. Cloud.
So we're going to be doing a first look at Mech Mechanic Simulator. Let's check out the settings first. Graphics, we've got presets for ultra, high, medium and low, as well as the custom preset where you can adjust everything to your own liking. Resolution wise, we've got 4K, a couple of different options here. You can adjust the volume, and these are the language options in the game. So I've already completed the tutorial. I'm not going to go through all of that again, but I will walk everyone through the steps of working on the mech. This here is the office. This is where your computer is, where you accept new jobs. So let's just go ahead and take one for August to repair this mech that has been in an accident involving radioactive substances, of all things. There we go, dropping the mech straight into our workshop. So now we can go downstairs and find out what's wrong with it.
Wow, look at that city. So cool. I love all the neon.
Yeah, it's very Blade Runner with the flying cars and the neon billboards. Okay, down on the floor here we can get a closer look at the mech. So it doesn't need any cleaning. We can go straight to the scanning mode, which is a little mini game, I suppose, where you have to match the amplitude and the phase of your scanner to that of the mech that's on the platform. Like so. So this then performs a scan on the mech that tells you which areas are in need of repairs or replacements. Okay, the scan is complete. And it shows us that the right leg is dodgy. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on one of the workbenches, but fortunately that involves removing the actual leg to do so, which you have to do manually. There we go. Okay, so you can step away from this console now and then go over here. Take a closer look at the leg. So it looks easy enough. This outside armor plate appears to be broken. Just hold in place with a couple of bolts that we can remove.
Just remember where you put them.
I've got an Android for that job. I don't know where it is right now. Here we go. What else is holding this in place? A couple of more bolts down here. This game is very similar to the other mechanic simulation games where you work on tanks and planes and trains and cars, but obviously Mechs is a bit more futuristic, so you don't know what to expect. And the components are also a bit more exotic. There we go, that's the broken panel. So I was in the disassembly mode previously. I'm going to switch to assembly mode and tell the game that I want to replace this armor here, which is pretty damaged. So I'm going to go into the workshop and buy a new component. Later on you can also repair or create your own components, and then it's a matter of putting everything back as I found it, hopefully not losing any screws and wires in the process, which will not be good for my reputation.
You don't want your mechs limping around the city.
It will be a bit of a disaster if this thing's leg falls off in the middle of whatever radioactive duties it is engaged in. Okay, I think that was it. Leg's looking good to me. You can press tab to bring up your main task list, and it says that the part has been repaired. So that means I can head back here, open up this and perform the assembly. The right leg back. Fortunately it's an easy assembly this time. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes the parts are tucked away deep inside the mech and you basically have to disassemble the entire thing just to get to the broken components. There's my android. And the job is finished, which means they're gonna pick up their mech and hopefully pay me handsomely for my efforts. $8,400, not bad. Less than 4 minutes to complete that job. So the one I repaired was this. There's also other models. This one looks slightly more complicated and this one looks fairly basic. Which one do you think I should?
The Minotaur looks cool.
The Minotaur's got 2 parts that need repairing, whereas this Legacy only 1. Okay, let's try the Minotaur.
I've heard that Vico is trying to introduce cyborgs into the police. Makes no sense. Androids would be much better.
I don't know why it needs that type of paint job.
Looks a bit like a construction thing, like a forklift in today's day and age.
Would explain those claws, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's scan it. And got it. It's quite intimidating mech. I think later on in the game you're able to do stuff like put on new paint jobs on the mechs and create your own mechs and customize them as well. Okay, so once again it's the leg. It's dodgy. This one, it's not just one wire that needs to be removed to get the leg off. It's a couple of different components. There we go. As I said, this game is coming out on the 25th, but there's already a free prologue that's available on Steam that can be downloaded, and I think we've got 3 different mechs for players to test out. I'll leave the link in the description, so check that out to get a taste of the game. Okay, so here we can see if this component here needs to go. Can we yank it straight out? Zoom in on these. Okay. That's easy enough. Assembly mode. So it's the hydraulics. Okay, I just put the dodgy one back, which is what you don't want.
Still a waste of time.
Yeah, that happens. So you need to actually pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, search in the shop. So this thing's quality is obviously very poor. Let's buy a new one. 100%, put it in. Fasten all it. Okay. I think it's quite a relaxing game, especially if you like to assemble and disassemble things and you don't want to end up with a heap of screws and bolts in your living room floor.
Yeah, I really prefer you doing it.
I see there's another part that I claim is broken. You see we missed the component down here. Let's take that off. Buy a replacement for it. There we go. Pop that back in. And that's it. So you can assemble this one as well. Nice quick job. Next leg into the socket. One thing I don't know is whether I'll be able to eventually take these mechs for a test drive. I think that might be quite enjoyable.
I'll order one too.
As long as you have somewhere to store it, you are more than welcome to order your mech. Okay, finished the job. And away it goes. Basically that's the formula for the game. Get in broken mechs, do the repairs, get paid and improve your reputation. The job's obviously going to get more and more complicated. You're going to unlock more and more parts and features and so on, but that's the first look for Mech Mechanic Simulator. What are your thoughts?
I love this game. Well, it's really, I like the graphics. The Looks relaxing and interesting to do. Yeah, very good first impression.
Okay, we'll be doing a full review soon on the site, but until then, thanks for joining us. Until next time.
Bye.